Now, you have to balance those expectations with your own contribution. You want somebody who earns a six-figure income. What do you earn? Because that's your expectation. But you, what do you earn? You want somebody who drives a Ferrari. But you, what do you drive? You want somebody who lives in a mansion, in a six-bedroom apartment. You, where do you live? So you're squatting with your five friends in a ghetto, but you want someone who owns a six-bedroom apartment. So that's your expectation. So that person will bring a six-bedroom apartment into the relationship as value. How are you going to match that energy? How will you match the energy? You want somebody who earns a six-figure income, and that's awesome. But how are you going to match the energy if you don't earn the same income? So some people's expectations are in the realm of the delusional. They are totally, completely delusional because they have expectations for things they cannot bring to the table themselves. They can't bring those things to the table. So expectations are good and they are great, and you should have expectations in a relationship. However, you have to make sure that your contribution to that relationship match your expectations, because nobody is your servant or your slave. I've been talking about expectations and contributions for a while. Whenever you enter into a relationship, you come into that relationship with expectations. In fact, a relationship only starts if certain expectations are met, because you just don't randomly see some random man or woman and just start a relationship with that person. There are certain things you're looking for. There are certain key factors which make a relationship possible. And so you have your own expectations, what you want to see in a partner. So those expectations are met, at least some visible expectations. Your partner should not be homeless. Your partner should not be jobless. Your partner should not be a vagrant or criminal, etc. Those are things you can see. And so those are certain expectations. Now you enter that relationship with some more expectations. There are things you want out of that relationship. Expectations are great, and you should have expectations. And this is why I have an issue with people who say love is unconditional. It isn't. No such thing exists as unconditional love. It is conditional. Because you go into a relationship based on expectations, what you expect from your partner and what your partner expects from you. And if those expectations are not met or conditions are not met, that relationship cannot exist or subsist or thrive or blossom or grow. So expectations have to be met. Expectations have to be met. That means so what you expect from a partner in a relationship has to be met, or else that relationship will not be successful. On the other hand, there is the part where you have to make contributions to that relationship. So you see people saying that I want a man who has a six-figure income, has a car, has a home, and will take me to the Bahamas, will treat me like a princess. It's fantastic. It's great. Those are great expectations, and you want those are the things that you want, and it's fine. Now, you have to balance those expectations with your own contribution. You want somebody who earns a six-figure income. What do you earn? Because that's your expectation. But you, what do you earn? You want somebody who drives a Ferrari. But you, what do you drive? You want somebody who lives in a mansion, in a six-bedroom apartment. You, where do you live? So you're squatting with your 5 friends in a ghetto, but you want someone who owns a 6-bedroom apartment. So that's your expectation. So that person will bring a 6-bedroom apartment into the relationship as value. How are you going to match that energy? How will you match the energy? You want somebody who earns a 6-figure income, and that's awesome. But how are you going to match the energy if you don't earn the same income? So some people's expectations are in the realm of the delusional. They are totally, completely delusional because they have expectations for things they cannot bring to the table themselves. They can't bring those things to the table. So expectations are good and they are great, and you should have expectations in a relationship. However, you have to make sure that your contribution to that relationship match your expectations, because nobody is your servant or your slave. Nobody is your servant or your slave. So, some people demand for submission. You want submission from your partner. It's awesome. It's great. However, how are you going to match that energy? If you have somebody who believes in submission and wants to submit to you, what will be your contribution? Because that's your expectation. Submission, right? That's okay. So what will be your own contribution? Are you going to provide? Are you going to protect? Are you going to make sure that the needs of the person who is in submission to you are met? So before you have expectations, great expectations, make sure you are in a position to bring equal, corresponding value to the table. Make sure you can do it. And if you can't do it, then that means that your expectation is in the realm of the delusional, the realm of madness, the realm of insanity. Because it's only a mad person that will expect something from a partner, but that person cannot bring equal value, reciprocal value, mutually beneficial value to the relationship. So many people have expectations in their relationship. They're only looking for people they can use, people they can take advantage of, people they can manipulate with "I love you." Manipulate them and say, you must have this, you must have this, you must have this, because they have no intention of matching the energy of their partner. They don't have that intention, but they have expectations. You must have this, you must have this, you must do this for me, you must do this for me, and it is great. But they don't have any intention of matching those expectations with their own contributions. They are just looking for someone who will serve them like a slave, work hard like a donkey, provide for them, work that partner to an early grave, and let that partner supply and meet all their needs. That is all they're interested in. That's not love. Love is about the mutually beneficial exchange of value. And this happens, and this is not just about men or women. No, it's both gender. Both men and women do this. They move around preying on the gullible, the innocent, and the stupid. They just move around using "I love you" to take advantage of stupid people. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. If anyone has expectations of you, some people come and say, okay, you have to give me money. Okay, that is that person's expectations. You have to give me money. Okay, how is that person going to match that expectation with their own contribution? Or someone says, you have to give me sex. It's okay. How are you going to match your own expectation of your partner with your own contribution. And let me tell you something. You can't say, for instance, okay, these are my expectations, but this will be my contribution and it is determined by me. No, your partner has to determine your own contribution too. If you're determining that if you have expectations of them, they have to determine your contribution. You can't just do it in isolation and say, oh, this is the only thing I can provide. This is my contribution, so I'm not going to do anything beyond this. No. If you have the power and the ability to make demands on your partner and have expectations, then your partner also has the power to make demands on you and determine your contributions. And when you put it on the table and you look at it and you say, no, I don't have the resources, I don't have the value, I don't have what it takes, the experience, the expertise to bring such value to the table, then you do not deserve those things you're demanding. You don't deserve those expectations from your partner. You don't deserve it. You want a partner who will listen to you. That's good. You want a partner who will take instructions, corrections, direction from you. You want a partner who's loyal, who's faithful, who's grateful. You want a partner who brings you peace, who brings you joy. That is awesome. What is your contribution? How are you going to match the energy of that partner when you eventually, find that partner, or you're already with that partner? How are you going to match that partner's energy? Because one partner can be doing all these things I mentioned and you're doing nothing. No, you have to match the energy of your partner. A relationship is about the mutually beneficial exchange of value, and expectations must match your contributions. Your expectations have to match your contributions. So no partner is taking advantage of the other or using the other in the name of love. I love you, therefore you must do this. I love you, you must give me your money. I love you, you must give me your body. It's okay. Those are your expectations. Good. How are you going to balance that energy with your contributions? And that's what I'm saying. Protect yourselves. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.